All right, so moving along to our next tip, I have often heard, and maybe you have heard as well, that failing to plan is planning to fail. And so, in some cases, that is definitely true. And what I have found to be effective to me, especially during times where I'm not out as much, is still effective for me to still use my calendar and to plan. Still use my planner and to plan. I'm actually a paper girl. And when I say that, I mean I still have a thick, chunky planner that I use and that I plan my weeks and my life and I write everything down. Some of you may actually prefer digital and digital formats, and that's okay as well. So that's great. What I do is on Sundays, I sit down, I plan my meals. I plan what I'm going to eat for the week. Get an idea of what I'm going to eat for that week. And it actually helps me to stay on track, helps me to avoid eating outside and grabbing junk that may not be healthy or may not be a part of my plan or things that I would like to eat. And so planning my meals have been effective. So Sunday is a great day to meal prep. But it's also a great day to sit down with your calendar to get an idea of the things that you have going on for the week and to plan your week. And then during that time, you can also prioritize things that have a higher urgency, right? There's something that may be more important than the other. So then that way you can plan your week and then organize the different things that you have going on and the engagements that you have and prioritize it for the importance that it might be in your life. And so I think that's especially helpful, especially if you are planning for other people, right? So you're planning for your life, and what that might mean, going to the gym, your work schedule, your personal time out with your family and friends. But then also, let's say if you have a child or a little one, it's also great to plan for their life in your planner as well, so that if you have to maintain their doctor's appointments and particular due dates and things of such, it's great to write them down. So what you'll see for me on Saturday, I sit down with my planner, I look at my monthly planner, and I'll take those things and I'll move them from the monthly and I'll write them down on the weekly and I'll plan and I prioritize them from there. Okay, so that is another great tip that will help you achieve a healthier work-life balance. All right, so moving right along for another great tip is what I say, lean into your space. And what I mean by that is to, whatever is in front of you, focus on that, magnify that, and put your attention on that. And what I mean is, when you are at work, work at 100%. Give your all, complete your task, right? And don't split your time into other things, so then that way when you leave work you can truly be done. I think that's the most important thing, right? And then when you move on to the next category of life, which might be maybe time with your family or friends, if you can move on, and when you're with your family and friends, you don't want to be sending emails or multitasking and sending work correspondence or texts or anything like that. So, you can definitely keep that clear, and you can actually not only physically be there, right, but you can also be present, which means that you are engaging in your environment and enjoying the things that you love the most, which is your family and friends. So keep that in mind. I think work-life balance gets blurry when you are in your family spaces or in your personal spaces and you're bringing work home, right? So then it becomes blurry and it's not what it should be, right? It becomes, I'm physically here, but I'm not present because I'm meeting this deadline for work. I'm physically here, but I'm also have to send these correspondence and emails, but hey, I'm here, but I'm working, right? And you can't engage, you can't enjoy the fun things that you would typically enjoy with your family and friends. So when you're with your family and friends, enjoy that time to the fullest, right? We don't have enough time, but enjoy that time that you have with them to the fullest. So when you move on, you can work hard, get your tasks done, and then switch back into your other spaces and to the other categories of your life that are also equally important. So what I say is focus what is in front of you and lean into those spaces that you are in and spaces that you're in at the present time. Maximize your work and get as much of it done. And when you walk away, be truly done. And then when you transition back to family, enjoy your family. When you transition back to work, enjoy and work hard and get it done so that you can move on and be effective in other ways.